solo debut right here, you know, from the West Side Connection. It's actually my, my third album.
Right.
My third solo album, but
right.
It's really my, no, it's my it is my third solo album, but it's really my fifth album if you want to count the Connection. But it's my fourth album altogether. Look at my picture.
Can you put that thing on vibrate?
Man, I might have to put it on vibrate. You know what? Vibrate. What you talking about?
And then give it to me.
Look at you.
I'll keep it in my ass.
Hey, let it go.
I'll put it in a bag and put it in my ass. So it'll be nice and clean.
Yeah, it'll be nice and clean. We don't want no smelly smelly pager over here.
Now, who else is on this album with you? I mean, who helps you out?
I got Fonzarelli, a.k.a. E40. Up in the Bay Area, known as the Yay area. I got Too Short. You know that bitch, man.
Yeah, we call Drew Too White.
Oh, okay then. Oh, I'm sorry, man.
That's all right. Too Short's fine.
Too Short. We got E40, Too Short. I got Ant Banks, super producer from the Yay area. You know, a G from the West Coast. I got Daz Dillinger from the Dog Pound. I got, of course, the Don Mega. He called himself Ice Cube. I got the Chicken Hawk assist me, Mac 10 on the song Cheddar. I got my homeboy newcomer to the world out there, been on for a while, named CJ Mack.
Now, how do you get all these guys together when you want to do a project?
I just beat the and tell them that when I'm on the record. I'm teasing, man. I got nothing but love for my homeboys. Hey, I just get at them and let them know that I'm doing a record, and what I do is I try to vibe, you know, just like how we vibe. Right. Now, and what I'm gonna have you do on my next record?
Yeah, what am I gonna do?
I'm gonna have you come in. I'm gonna have you commentate. You know what I'm saying? I need a real white voice to come in and commentate like the Law. You know, like Johnny the Narco.
Listen, I can do a little Russian rapping if you like. I'm telling you. Mike, he thinks I'm kidding, but he hasn't heard the Russian rapper.
Let me hear the Russian rapper.
Let me tell you the story behind the Russian rapper for 1 second. I am in the Catholic Big Brother Association.
Get out.
I seriously am.
Are you?
Yeah. I really am.
You're a big brother.
That's right.
You leave this show and go be a big brother.
I'm trying to heal the city one boy at a time. I swear to God.
All right, go get down.
And my boy's name is Nate. And he had a friend from Russia. And he was a 13-year-old kid. This is a few years back. And he was really into the gangster rap. He's from Russia, and he had a thick Russian accent. He was big and white and fat, but he loved the gangster rap. And he used to mock or mimic a few of the raps. And I remembered a few of them. When I was driving us all to the beach, I could hear him in the backseat rapping away.
How'd he go?
All right, here's the first one. Engineer Mike, you gonna dump out the S word? Edit myself? All right, I won't say the S word here. No, don't play that. I can't do it. I can't do it to that. I'll just do it a cappella.
A cappella, man. We're gonna give you more.
All right, ready? Here's the first one.
Yeah.
Beaches ain't but hoes and tricks. Suck on these balls and leak on these dick.
You crazy in the mother. You know that, man? You crazy in the mother. I don't want to hear no more.
Well, I got one more. I got one more. Here you go. You ready for this one?
Yeah.
I got Bachan like John McEnroe. That beach steps up, I'm smocking the hoe. That's Russian rapping.
No, and you know what? I met a Russian rapper the other day, and he was telling me that he loved, the music that we was doing and stuff, but I didn't believe him. But after, sitting down talking to you and everything, I'm a firm believer.
Yeah.
I got love. Rappers worldwide, though.
Right. Well, next time you go into the studio, why don't you think of me?
I'm gonna think of you, homie, and I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna call you up there, man. Just don't choke up on me. I want you to get loose like you do on the show.
I absolutely will.
Congratulations, homeboy, for keeping the show, going, and everything, and remaining cool and calm with it and stuff. And they got to give you your props. The world got to recognize. I want to see you worldwide.
That's right. Recognize.
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 That's what I like.
Recognize.
Some recognition.
Recognize. Tell them you're a hog.
Hog?
Say I'm a hog.
Yeah.
That means you was taking over everything.
That's right. I'm hogging.
Say Dub C, say I'm a hog.
Dub C says I'm a hog because people don't recognize.
Yeah, that you stepping up the fall.
Stepping up the fall because I'm the hog. I got to recognize.
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 For sure, Nia.
For sure, Nia.
That's Rhea.
Yeah. Keeping it real.
That's right.
Oh, yes. That's right.
Yeah,
hey,
man,
word up.
The audience over here. What's cracking,
Oh,
man?
yes.
How's sex life been?
Oh, it's good. Masturbate every night.
I'm doing the interviews now. Is that right? What new videos?
Oh, I got them all. Yeah.
Like what?
Well, I like the big bust. I really do. I like the big top series. And I know you do, too, because you were telling me that off the air.
Hey.
I don't mind them fake.
We're going to stop right there, man.
You don't like them big.
I do. I love them big.
Oh, good.
I love big breasts big.
Right.
but just want to make sure we know when we say them, big breasts.
Oh, yeah, you don't like a big ass?
I love big asses.
You
too.
do? How come?
I don't like nuts, though.
Don't think I'm being offensive, but how come black guys like the big ass?
Cause, man, we just like we got long deer.
Yeah, you got more.
Long nuts. Well,
That's
I would
true.
say more. I never looked at you guys.
No, you got more.
Other than on videos and stuff.
Believe me, you got more.
I like to hit it from the back.
Right.
And from the back, it's all good. And I like to, just grab them cheeks and just get the slapping it, smacking it, smack it, flip it, and rub it down. And I just let it get down, man. So from the back, that's why we love big ass. We like to get down from the back, because from the back you got to have a long.
Well, here's my theory. I think the black man likes a big ass because he drinks a 40 ouncer and he needs a big place to rest it.
Here we go with the stereotypes now. The 40 ounce.
I'm just saying, if I'm drinking a 16 ounce, I don't need that big ass.
Yeah, that's true. I do drink 40 ounces though. And I love to smack it, flip it, rub it down. And I love all races.
Oh yeah.
So to all the white girls listening, all the Asians, to all the Latinos.
Yeah, but the Asians don't have the big ass.
That's right though. They got deep throats though.
Oh really?
For sure.
I've
been worldwide, homeboy.
Yeah, you certainly have.
Worldwide. I'm a worldwide player.
Have you been to Asia?
Oh, for sure.
You've been to Japan
I've been to Japan. I've been to Asia. You know what? Actually, I was overseas, and they told us that when we came over there, they said, "Look, we know you guys like to, do a lot of screwing and everything, and we just letting you know that they actually told us this.
Where, at the airport?
Man, they told us this at the airport. They said, check this out. If you contract something called black syphilis, we gotta contain you."
Wait a minute. What other kind of syphilis can you get?
It's called black syphilis.
Oh, it's called black syphilis.
It's called black syphilis, man. Right. And they said that if you get it, we got to hold you down in the country. We can't let you roll because it's that bad. It got the man.
Nice.
Spread it like
Right.
And all
right. Did you get it?
What?
No, you didn't get it.
No, man, I'm back over here chilling, man.
Put a condom on.
Yeah, of course I put a condom on, man. I put aluminum foil, a condom.
And then put it in the microwave when you're done?
Yeah. I use whatever when it's time to get out. If I don't have a condom, I'm going to make a condom.
Right. Just you use a tube sock or something?
I done screw with tube socks. I done screw with, with Reynolds wrap. I done got down with, with just all kinds of different things, man. I'm the shadiest homeboy. April the 28th, it dropped. I want y'all to go grab it. The shadiest one. Dub C from the Connect Gang for sure.
All right, we'll get an interpreter to figure out that last statement in here in a moment. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to play something off the shadiest one.
What you want to play off the shadiest?
I think we're going to play Cheddar.
Cheddar?
Yeah.
Cheddar, that's the single that's out right now that's making a lot of noise, off the shadiest one album, on its way to go. For sure. It'll be there soon. And it's all love, homeboy.
Hey, Mike, you got cheddar melting over there?
Hey, Mike, you got cheddar?
No, there. He's queuing it up.
You got cheddar, Mike. You should be on your cues, man. You ain't got it queued up yet.
He was too busy dropping all the S and F words you were saying.
Are those yours?
Are they? Yours? He's pointing at Sherry's breast, by the way.
Are those yours?
Those are yours, aren't they, Sherry?
No, I got an honest question. Are those yours? 1 for yay, 2 for no. 1 for yay, 2 for no. Oh, she didn't hold nothing up. Hey.
Yeah, hold up one, would you?
Hey, I guess it's...
I borrowed them from a friend because I knew you were coming in. I thought you'd like them.
Can I taste them?
That's Sherry, our phone screener, who has a...
Can I taste them on the air? It's all gravy. Hey, what's happening, man?
All right, we're going to play Cheddar.
I love you, Sherry. Can I pop that, Sherry?
Dub C's going to feel up Sherry. Oh, that would be Dub C off the shadiest one. That's Cheddar. Now, Cheddar means money, I just found out from Dub C.
I want y'all to go out and grab that album. It's called The Shadiest One. For those listening, check it out. I'm quite sure it's someone there for you. If you don't like the hardcore rap, we got a couple of smooth cuts on there and everything. It's all gravy, man.
Now, how do you... Dub C was just rapping along with himself, rapping along.
Man, I do that every day when I hear my record.
Like, what do you do? Do you sit down and write this stuff out and figure it out and then memorize it and then go into the studio?
Yeah. I don't. My system to tell you everything. I don't like reading off paper.
Right.
I try to memorize everything. I got like a photogenic memory. I got a memory like elephant. I try to memorize everything so I could go on and spit it the way I want to spit it. But realistically, for me to write a song, it'll take a day or two. Mm-hmm. I could sit and write 3 verses that day, but that next day I gotta memorize it.
Right.
And if I'm really trying to just put my all into it, it's gonna take a few days, like 3 or 4 days, because what I want to do is I want to make every verse just precise, like this song Cheddar right here.
Right.
I sit up and I took a little time to do it. I came off the road to do it, but just like right now we having this conversation and stuff. I might go home tonight and write about Each verse is 16 bars. That's what we call 8 rhymes. And for people who listen to music, it's 16 bars. For each verse that you heard on there was 16 bars. I might go home tonight around 1 in the morning and write me 16 bars just off the conversation that we done had.
Really?
And then tomorrow, I might kick another one in, and next I might kick another one in, and I got a song.
Now, you make any words up?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Like West Sea.
Right. Is that West Side?
For sure.
All right.
It's easy.
All right. Give us a little. Translate a little for us.
Man,
can you do that?
That's like snitching to the police. I can't give up everything, but I can give you this. I call it West Bonics.
Right.
Not Ebonics, West Bonics.
Right.
And that's West Sea for near, the near dub, see near with the fin, you near thing there. Somebody be a reunion.
All right. Now, what's that mean?
I mean, West Side for life. What the it's talking about?
Right.
It's Dub C. That's right, fool. And all y'all can suck my.
That's what I thought it meant, but I didn't want to be so presumptuous and say.
Them big titties right there.
All right, that means you said big titties.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at her over there on her hair.
That one I know.
But it's all gravy, though.
Well, wait a minute. All right, let's.
You know what? I got to chill out, man, because I'm giving up too much information. You learning it.
Jen,
so in a minute,
what am I going to do?
Y'all going to be on the air. Y'all going to be air in a minute like, we're seeing you.
Yeah.
No,
I'm not going to start my own group, don't worry. Jen.
Hi.
Hey, you're 18.
Yeah.
What's going on?
What's up, baby?
I called yesterday about being attracted to gay guys.
All right.
Who?
Yeah.
What? Being what? What? Can you repeat that?
She's into the gay men.
Yeah.
Oh, you into gay men?
Yeah.
Hey,
not on purpose, I don't think.
Man, you need to sit down and talk. I can set you straight, baby.
Why do you think you're into the gay men, Jen?
Well, the first time it happened, last year I was attracted to this one guy, and then I found out that he was gay, and so I didn't know at first, but then I don't know, for a long time I still liked him, and then I stopped, and then there was this other guy that I liked, and it was kind of more obvious that he was gay.
And he was gay too.
Yeah, and
you like any straight
scarves all around the necks and everything? The Mr. Furley pants on,
hands pulled up real high, belt too tight.
They're not like neither one of them were really look gay or anything. They're just normal guys.
Dub, there's no gay rappers, are there? There's no MC butt plug or anything like that?
You know what? I think all rappers is gay, except me. You know what I'm saying? I want to beat them all down. But I ain't saying I want to be gay people. I don't like rappers in general, man. I think all my homeboys is gay. Hey, so I don't like none of them. I don't like no MCs really, but my clique, man.
Jen?
Yeah?
Here's my theory about women that are only attracted to gay men, only attracted to married men. It's the same thing, which is you don't want to be in a relationship, so you only get attracted to people you can't be in a relationship
that's what
with.
My friends told me, but I've been attracted to normal guys before.
All right.
Not recently.
So it's not all gay men. You're just on a gay roll.
Yeah, I guess I just got bad luck.
Got a hot streak.
All right, find a guy who wears his pants low.
Yeah, sag, got braids on his beard like
doesn't shave and doesn't pluck his eyebrows,
yeah,
all right?
Sure.
All right. Hey, I came up with a word on this show. You know how women have the hymen?
The hymen, yeah.
Right. The gay men, they have the behymen.
Oh, man,
come on, could you work that into one of your rap songs?
I'll work that in.
The behymen.
Behymen.
Bustin' behymen. Let's see. I ain't gay, but I do like rhyming. I'll come up behind you and bust your behymen. You know what I'm saying?
You need to start rapping, oh boy.
Really?
You need to start rapping. You need to start rapping. On real, all games aside, you need to start rapping, man.
Really?
Get your money, man.
All right. Well, let me come over and cheddar down on your next.
I'm gonna let you come. But you know what? You got to agree to be in my video.
Yeah.
For sure.
I'll do that. I'll be dancing on the Mercedes hood.
You can't wear them tight ass jeans though.
No, wear the baggy stuff.
I'm with you, player. Yeah, we are. It's all gravy.
Ben.
Yeah. Hey.
Hey, you're 16.
Yeah.
What's crackling, Ben?
Yeah, I never listened to rap or anything, but now, I might get into it. That was a great song.
It was, wasn't it?
Love, and I want you to go grab the album and tell your homeboy it's the shadiest one that's out, and it's all to the good, homeboy, all right?
All right.
What's the name of the album? What's the name of the album?
Huh?
The shadiest one. The shadiest one. It's all easy, homie.
Let me tell you something that happens, Dubsy. I've noticed. Hang on a second, Ben. When white guys smoke a lot of pot, they get really slow and stupid.
And you can tell that he's on pot.
Right. When black guys smoke pot, they talk faster and rap better.
Hey, you know what?
What is that?
I don't know what it is. I just think that we need that medicine, man. It's all herbal.
I know,
and by us being from the East and coming from out of the jungles and everything, it's all herbal. By being herbal, you know what I'm saying, that right there manifests itself. We can can move a lot faster and function a lot easier.
But how come when white guys get stoned, they can barely form a sentence, and when black guys get stoned, they sound like auctioneers?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. All I know is just keep giving it to me, and I'm going to keep cracking.
Ben?
Yeah.
You smoke some pot, do you?
Yeah, just a couple hours ago.
Hey, so Ben, once again, what's the name of the album?
The shadiest.
Like he high. The shadiest one. All right, man. Much love. What's going on with you, Ben?
All right. For the past about year, I've not gotten into any real relationships, but gotten into internet relationships.
You like me, homeboy?
Mm-hmm. And you want to know how to meet women other than on the computer?
It's not.
Don't do them like that.
Well, that's what he said.
Intimate. You said internet?
Internet.
Oh, I thought you said intimate.
No.
I thought you said just like, homeboy, hold up, not like me. Wait a minute. Let me rephrase.
You don't play on the computer.
Nah, man, I ain't playing on a computer, man. I thought you said intimate, like just meeting them and just getting busy with them.
No.
Are you on the internet, homeboy, right?
Yeah.
All right. What's cracking?
Just what happens is I send my pictures and they say I'm really cute, and so maybe raise my self-esteem. Then I go into real life and try it, and try to meet girls, and it works out. But nobody wants to go out with me. Just want to be my friends.
Right. But you got to go face to face, ask them out, and take your lumps just like everyone else does.
I do, and I mean I've been hurt so many times. It's like.
But you know what though? That's the game, homeboy. I mean that's what this is all about. It's all about. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's a thin line between love and hate, and there's a lot of hurt involved and everything, but you can't let the bumps and bruises, just like they say, if you fall down on a bike, you got to get up, wipe your knees off, and keep on riding, man. I mean, you can't let the bumps and bruises scare you for the rest of your life. In this relationship, you got to keep on moving, because there's going to be some ladies that you're going to hurt.
And, Ben, here's the problem.
Because you're a player like that. That's real, Nia.
You see, you got a choice. You can take the easy way out. You can go on the internet and chat away all night long.
Yeah.
Now, when I was in high school, we didn't have any internet. You had to just go down the hall, look someone square in the eye, get slapped straight across the face, and just take your lumps. But eventually build a callus up, and it makes you a better man.
It makes you a better man.
Now, this is an easier route, but it's a softer route. It's going to make you weak. You understand, Ben?
What, on a computer?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Because you never build up that strength and that tolerance.
Yeah, you got to be, Ben, you got to work that. You got to do dumbbells with that right arm. Get in that forearm and get a, strong, nice slap of, you know what I'm saying? Just get on. I don't like your conversation. Keep cracking, You gotta work it, man,
Hey, Ben.
You gotta keep it cracking. That jack off arm, you gotta have it strong, man. Just ready for the female.
No, absolutely.
Well, people say.
Give them a little uppercut. You gotta work on your uppercuts and stuff, man.
Hey, Ben.
Words from the shadiest one, homie. Jankologist, yours truly.
Ben, just go take your lumps in person. Just stay off the computer. You're probably talking to old Merchant Marine anyway. You understand? Believe me.
What's up?
Believe me, he's a guy in his 50s. He's got a beard, and he's wearing a clown outfit, and he's got his pants around his ankles.
Man.
And he's saying he's a 15-year-old sophomore in high school. All right, Dub C is here. We're going to go to break. I'm going to learn a little more about rap.
And Westbonics.
And we'll be back.
What's the deal, y'all? This is Saul. Yo, what's going on? This is Pepper.
What's up, y'all? This is Cinderella.
And you're listening to Loveline
with Adam Carolla
and Dr. Drew.
Oh, yeah. Them's my homegirls. My peeps.
I want to hit your homegirls.
You like them?
I love salt and pepper, especially salt.
You don't like Spinderella?
I love Spinderella, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like to spin her around. I like to lick salt all over. Yeah.
Dub C is here. The Shadiest One is the name of the CD. We'll hear something else off of that as the night wears on. Hey, what about acting for you? Do you like that? Like, I know you're in Friday. Now, didn't Ice Cube write Friday?
Friday, yeah, Cube wrote Friday. Friday, man, y'all only see my wrist, my shoulder, man, and like a profile on my face.
It just said
it was
in your
one
bio.
of those. Yeah, it was one of those. If you go to the movies, I tell you, don't
hiccup.
Halfway through the movie, don't get no popcorn. When you bend down, you might miss me.
I didn't see Set It Off. Did you have a bigger part in Set It Off?
I got a little bigger part in Set It. It's a little bit bigger, but I mean that too, man. You got to get there at the beginning of the movie and everything. I put Gary Gray down, the director of both of them films. You know what I'm saying? I looked after my homeboy and stuff. We went to school together, and I gave him a shot. My first video was called Dress Code from the Mass Circle on Party Records, and I gave him love. And since then, he blown up, and I'm happy for him. He did a Waterfalls TLC video and stuff, and on down the line. But make a long story short, he been looking out after me, and he been putting me in his films and stuff. He about to do Nutty Professor 2. So I'm trying to get some in that. I mean, it's just on down the line, he been looking out and stuff, but the roles that I've been getting, man, has been them don't blink it if you don't see, don't blink or you won't see me type of roles.
Yeah, but you start small and you work your way up. That's all.
I'm ready, player. I'm ready. I'm ready to get out. Man, I think it's time for me to go on, and to coordinate,
right.
to elevate, and just go on and
to flagellate?
To flagellate.
Right.
Ejaculate. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, for sure.
All right, let's not hesitate. We'll take another phone call here. Mandy.
Yeah.
Hey, you're 19.
Yes, I am.
What's going on?
Well, since I was young, about 8 or 9, I was like really heavy. I mean, like at 8 or 9, I was like 150, almost 200 pounds.
Fat girl.
Yeah, when I graduated from high school.
Oh, Mandy, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Kansas.
You're on a cell phone?
Yeah, I'm stopping.
Oh, it's horrible.
I can tell.
All right, go ahead. You there?
Stop, crackle, pop.
When I graduated from high school.
All right, hold on, Mandy. I'm going to put you on hold. We're going to wait till the line clears up, and then we'll get you back.
Mandy.
So far, we know Mandy was...
fat.
Don't be mean, Dub C.
No, I love Mandy. I love
like
that.
big women?
I love 5'10", 220 with scars on their thighs. Listen to the West Side Connect album.
Really?
I love them big.
You like to follow the stretch marks right to the crotch?
I love stretch marks. I love handles. I love stanky draws when they drop to the ankles. I love it all, man. You don't sit there frown up, man. I love them.
That.
I love them, man.
Mandy?
Yeah.
Mandy,
Mike said the phone line.
I love you. I love you, Mandy.
All right, Mandy, hold on.
I love you at 8 and 9.
I'm going to wait till the phone line clears up. Can you get in a better place?
Yeah, I can try to.
All right, so what's going on? I can hear you now.
Okay, after I graduated from high school, I lost about 50 pounds when I went to college. But in the past, 3 months, I've been, working out all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've gained my 30 of that 50 back, but I'm, smaller than what I was my freshman year of high school.
Hey, what's happening, boo?
But I still can't get any guys. I mean, I've had a guy that I've known all my life that, I'd do anything for because he's, one of my best friends.
Right.
And he doesn't even notice me.
Maybe you guys need to remain best friends because he know you from back in the days, and he like what's on the inside, not just what's on the outside as well. And if you tell him that you like him, maybe you can find out why he's not approaching you. Because I'm quite sure that it went through his mind a couple of times, that maybe he need to get with you and whatnot and everything. And
no, but he remembers the fat Mandy, not the new fat Mandy.
But then again, too, she got a hard on for him.
Yeah, but here's the deal, and tell me if you agree with this, Dub C.
Yes, sir.
There's certain guys that like big women. They love big women.
I love fat women.
Okay, like yourself.
Yeah.
Now, there's certain guys that don't like big women, and they're never going to like them.
I think they're intimidated by big women. That's why they don't like them.
Whatever the reason is.
They think they wear them out in the bedroom.
Whatever it is, they don't like them. I don't like them because they make my penis look small. It's all relative.
For sure.
You know what I'm
Look
saying?
at you. I ain't mad at you.
I hold my penis up next to a 300-pound woman. She dwarfs it.
But you got to learn how to work. It's how you work the stick, not the size of the stick.
I like a small Asian woman makes my penis look big and wide.
Look at you. All right. But anyway, though.
But here's my point. There's no sense trying to talk a guy who don't like a big woman into liking a big woman because it ain't going to work.
It ain't going to work.
Find a guy who likes a big woman, and he's going to like you twice as much because there's twice as much of you.
Dub C.
All right. So
what's her name? What's her name?
That's Mandy.
Mandy. Me and you need to hook up, boo.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
No, she's probably calling from Idaho or something. Mandy?
Yeah.
Where are you calling from?
I'll wear you out.
I'm calling from Kansas.
She's in Kansas.
I'll wear you out, Mandy.
You're not going to Kansas.
I'll wear you out.
All right, Mandy.
But,
find a black man.
Find Dub C.
Dub C.
That's Rhea, Nia. Let me spank that ear.
But listen, all of you out there, don't bother banging your head trying to go out with someone that doesn't want to go out with you.
Yeah, quit doing that and go find somebody who love big women like Dub C.
You know what it does? Because it'll ruin your self-esteem when you keep asking someone and the answer keeps being no.
Exactly. You be calling up here talking about I'm scared to talk to somebody because I'm scared of rejection.
Find a guy who's going to worship you.
For sure.
Oh, man.
What we at now?
I'm trying to figure out what name that is. Suavecito? Suavecito?
What is it?
Suavecito.
No,
Suavecito.
That's not a name.
What's up, ese?
What's cracking, player?
Nada, ese. Just kicking, man. It's the first time I heard this station,
Is that right?
Flipping through and heard some Dub C, and I was like, uh-oh.
Well, hey, that's why they got Dub C on.
Colorado.
That's right, because we're attracting fans.
Yeah.
We got to let them know up here that Dub C got fans as well.
Yeah, Pat Boone will be on tomorrow night, so
Oh.
don't worry.
Hey, homeboy, what's cracking? You got the Shadiest One album?
You know I do.
For sure. It's all love.
I just wanted to send some love to you, man.
How you feel about big women?
Oh, I love big women.
There we go. You know what? I got a real player with me right now. Somebody who loves big women as well as Dub C. Suavecito. Yeah, we suave all sizes.
Yeah, that means gay in Spanish. Believe me. Suavecito.
Suave, I'm on your team, homeboy. You calling you gay, man. I'm down with you.
Let me tell you.
Good.
I know people don't like breaking off people and the stereotypes, but I really think that Latino guys and black guys like bigger women more than white guys do.
Want to know why we do?
Why is that?
We can smack it, flip it, rub it down. And we got long sticks on me. So the bigger they are, man,
the harder they fall.
Ooh, we break their ass down. I know I love to break them down. I love to get a big woman, think she the whole thing, and just have her crawling out the room, man, after about an hour or so.
Right.
And just had the whole room stanking. Not stinking, but stanking. You know, just like, oh, God. Just, as soon as the panties drop to the ankles, just, whoo.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll break the wind if you like.
This Dub C theory, though.
Right.
It's the Shadiest One theory. I love thin women. I love the pretty ones as well. I just break those in half.
Do you perform oral sex on a woman?
Or no,
you don't do that, do you?
No, I don't get down like that.
I knew it.
Because a lot of them don't scrub. But if I could see them scrub in front of me.
Oh, so if they took like a wet nap and wiped themselves down?
Oh, well, yeah, you got to go, get one
like
of
those napkins they give away at Popeyes?
Popeyes, yeah, you had them in a chicken place, huh? It's like, here we go with the stereotypes.
Well, they don't give
40 ounce chickens.
They don't give the.
Man, they give them Chinese restaurants too, man.
They don't give them away at McDonald's.
Hey, man, they been Chinese restaurants too, but I love you though, brother. Yeah, but yeah, them little wipes and everything. If they can wipe themselves in front of me, then I go ahead and get out. And this is sincerely yours, the Shadiest One.
Hey,
go grab the album, baby.
Andrew.
Yeah.
Hey, you're on with Dub C.
How's it going?
Good.
Yeah, I was wondering if my cool car will help me get chicks.
What kind of car you got?
I got a 69 Chevelle SS 396.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got anything done to it?
Yeah, I got my big block built.
Really?
Yeah, I boarded 30 over, so it's a 402 now.
Uh-huh. What size carb you got on there?
I got a small block 650.
Mm-hmm.
Now, my
double pumper?
No, it's a quadrijet.
Uh-huh. What's the compression? 10 to 1?
10 and a quarter.
10 and a quarter to 1.
Yeah.
What kind of cam you got in there? What's the lift? What's the duration?
This must be a white thing, man. This must be a white thing.
I had it kind of built by a machine.
But ain't a 6'4", I ain't messing with it. Check it out. This is the question I got, homeboy. Are you looking for love?
Yeah.
You got problems.
All right.
Why? You don't think a car's going to help?
Homeboy, no, never. She looking at your car. I want you. My homeboy Too Short came out with an album called, you know what I'm saying? It's called She Don't Want to F You, She Want to F Your Car. You know what I'm saying? And all games aside, homeboy, I'm serious. All games aside, homeboy, you got a nice car and everything, but you got to realize, man, when you swing around a corner and all them girls be flagging you down and stuff, they like you because of the way you look in that car. They don't like you for you, homeboy. They don't know nothing about you. They like that car. So if you're looking for love and stuff like that, hang it up, man. I mean, what you need to do, you need to get them in the car. You need to play like you love them, man. You need to bang them out. You need to just get rid of them, homie, and go back and get them again, when you get a chance to. It's all about stick and move, stick and move, stick and move. If you're looking for love, hang it up about meeting any girl you meet in your car. If you're looking for love, hang it up, homeboy.
Hang it up just like you hang up them furry dice. Is that proper?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hang up them furry dice, man.
Hey, do they say proper anymore?
I love him, man. Me and him gonna get along well, man.
Where's Hammer? We gotta get Hammer in here so I can use
know where Hammer at.
Break him off something proper.
That's what
he's working at my house. Yeah. He's raking leaves.
They say he went bankrupt, man.
All right. That's why I put him to work. All right, Dub C is here. The Shadiest One's the name of the CD, and we'll be back. This is the best of Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That's Dr. Drew. And next up, Semisonic. Mike?
Hey.
You're 15.
I listen to your show. You guys are great. I've actually stopped a UPS person on this, like she was delivering a package, and I stopped on the street and I asked her why would they have that particular shade of brown, and she went on like this whole thing, but basically the idea is that if you look at like FedEx guys or DHL people who wear like any color, like who wear like white, she said that the reason why it's brown is because they get dirty, and you don't see dirt on brown. And that's the point.
Well, the other thing, the whole sort of theme there is military colors, right? The truck is sort of a green and brown. And
no, the truck's brown.
But everything's sort of green and brown.
Yeah, the truck's brown because you don't see dirt on the truck. And
so they let the trucks get dirty as well as the drivers?
Basically.
Wow.
And brown is the color of packages.
Brown was the new black last year, but then it's not the new black anymore, so I don't think they got to switch somehow.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, you could if you had to. Brown is the camouflage of packing paper. I mean, you could really lose yourself if you had to hide out amongst parcels. You certainly could do it in a brown uniform. All right, Mike, is that it?
Yeah, basically.
Thank you.
Was she running in place while you were talking to her?
No, she wasn't.
She was relaxing?
She looked like she wanted to go somewhere, though. She had a shifty-eyed look.
Have you ever seen... When have you ever seen a UPS guy just smoking a cigarette and sort of chilling?
I saw one running down the street smoking the other day with a package in the other hand.
It's a very well-run organization. I hope my son goes to work for that organization someday. Amanda.
I think the sales department of Carolla is going to hand you a transcript of this since FedEx is their client.
No, it is.
Yeah, so, all right.
Amanda?
Yes.
You're 21.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the time, when I was calling Mountain Dew Nectar of the Tards for a while? It'd become quite a nice running joke over here. And I used to get in arguments with stone 15-year-olds about why Mountain Dew was the nectar of the tards until I got on a private jet with the general manager of the station, and we had a couple of beers, and we're having a real jovial time until he said to me, "Mountain Dew," he yelled across the plane. And I said, yeah, it's nectar of the tards. And he said, you know who makes Mountain Dew? And I said, I don't know, a bunch of tards somewhere. And he said, Pepsi. And I went, yeah. And he said, they're a big client. And I went, oh. And he went, don't ever talk about it again. And I went, and my normal answer, and then this is why I know people must hate me. I said, well, okay, I'll see what I can. Don't see what you can do. You know? So that was it. Jeez,
I'm glad you've never mentioned it since then.
Well,
that's really cool.
To be fair to me, it was over a year ago, wasn't it? Or about a year ago, I got yelled at.
I basically got jumped by a Southwest airline gate attendant. I was trying to juggle my kids in. I needed help, and the guy just became assaultive. And I was livid, and I came out and talked about it, and the next day was handed a transcript of what I had said.
Yeah, so you got to be careful about what you talk about here. It's okay to tell, for me to tell 15-year-olds to experiment with heroin, but I can't talk any smack about a beverage because that's considered negligent and irresponsible.
Amanda.
Yes.
What's going on?
Okay, first of all, I have a question for Drew and Adam.
Yes.
Why is it that all your calls, do your screeners only screen out the people with the more, sexual questions or the questions pertaining to that?
No.
We're trying to work some automotive questions in every once in a while.
We just had a Will Parkinson White question.
Yeah, because I have two questions, one for Adam and one for Drew.
Yeah, didn't Drew just whine on ad nauseum about some mitral valve prolapse?
You're right. You guys brought up a good point, but your screeners, not you guys.
All right, Amanda, what's your question? Go ahead.
Because I called one time.
Right, you made it on. What's going on?
And I told her I was having problems at work, and she said, oh, can you call back, and hung up on me. Yeah. And the second time I called, I said, hey, me and my boyfriend are thinking of having a threesome. Put me right on.
Yeah, well, it's not a show about problems at work. It's called Loveline.
Exactly.
It's not the job line. For Christ's sake. All right, for that.
Wait, no.
Let her stew a little longer.
All right, Amanda, wait just a second.
Please.
Okay,
let her stew a little longer. Jesus Christ.
Chad, what's going on?
Wait, where is that? Hold on a second.
Wait, put him on hold. Wait.
What?
He's on hold. Go ahead. Chad.
What? I was pressing 5.
Chad.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. My question is it's about...
Chad, don't listen to your radio. Turn your radio off.
Okay, hold on.
All right, now, screw Tad. Listen.
Go back to Amanda.
Screw Amanda. Let Amanda screw Tad. Please. Tired of being a wet nurse to these tardos. Let's just move on. They can sit and think about their attitude.
Talia,
you're 15. What's going on?
Yeah, about 4 months ago, I found out that my biological father had a lot of problems with drinking, and he was diagnosed as schizophrenic.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a couple questions about that.
Okay.
I wasn't quite sure if it's genetic in any way or anything.
Well, there are genetic properties. It does tend to be in... mental disorders in general can sort of follow in family lineages, but not necessarily.
Look at the Jacksons. I think that's proof positive that this stuff does follow a family. Oh, wow. Are you? Wait a minute. Your last name is Jackson?
My stepfather's last name, yes.
I'm having a lot of weird stuff going on today. Now listen to this. Hold on a second. I got a buddy staying with me from New York in the room over there.
I don't know how he tolerates it either.
He's having a good time. I got him an inflatable mattress.
I know.
He was pissed off.
He's a big-time producer.
It cost me $100 for that thing.
Oh, for God's
All right, the point is he leaves my house today about 10 in the morning to go down to the office. His wife calls about 10 minutes later. The office is about 10 minutes away. She said, is Daniel there? I says, no, he left. But, well, I tried him at the office. He wasn't there. I said, well, he should be getting there any moment. But the way he drives in this rain, God only knows what could have happened. He could have gotten in a car accident. I got the accident. I got to the office a half hour later. Got in an accident on the way there. Now then, on the way to the office, I pull over at this awning place. Big, always put it on an awning, by the way. Awning places always got an awning up front. Right. I guess they cut a deal with themselves or something. But the point is I pull in there, and I'm sitting there talking to the guy, and I'm talking about awnings, naturally. And the phone rings. He says, hold on. He's talking to this woman on the phone. Uh-huh. Yes, you have a broken awning, and I won't say my address, but you're at 28 blah, 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 blah street. And he goes, so where is that? What's wrong with your awning? I go, well, hold on. This is my neighbor. I walked past the house yesterday. I noticed a broken awning. Here's what's going on with the awning. Now, it didn't have the awning, the title, the company on the awning. I had not spoken to my neighbor. I had no idea that this was the same company. I just happened into the place
where she was calling.
Right. And she was calling about a problem with her awning that I had stared at the day before when I was walking my dog. Wow. And I told the guy what he needed to fix her awning.
Wow.
And then we're easing into that spiritual topic we hit on earlier, and you're undergoing a kind of a
metamorphosis
awakening right now. Yeah.
And now Talia Jackson.
So now I just called you the Jackson.
All right, what's up? So Talia, you wonder, are you at risk for this?
Yeah, kind of.
How accurate do you think the diagnosis? In other words, how did you find out that he had a diagnosis of schizophrenia?
Well, he was just beating up on my mom and freaking out. He was upset because my mom had got pregnant because she was very young.
But he's an alcoholic. We know that.
Well, it wasn't that he drank too much. It was that he was allergic to it, I guess. And he ended up killing himself when I was 3 years old.
All right. Well, all we know is he's an alcoholic.
And
being allergic to alcohol is being
He was diagnosed by doctors with schizophrenia.
Okay. So I wouldn't...
And his sisters and then...
I would say I would be more concerned with the addiction potential here, which you have about a 50% probability or possibility of inheriting.
Okay.
You have a far less probability of getting schizophrenia.
Yeah,
okay?
I was wondering about genetic problems because from what I know, his sister's in an institution somewhere, and his mother was retarded with Down syndrome. So,
well, I'm no doctor, but I'm thinking the family got it out of their system. You know what I mean? And that they purged themselves of all these mental disorders, and you're going to go on to write novels.
Have you had any problems?
No, not that I know of.
All right.
But I had another side to the question.
Real quick.
Is my mom's new husband that has been around since I was 6 months old.
Right.
Now, whenever I bring up the subject around my mom, he gets really, really mad. And he's now favoring my sister and brother, and he won't talk to me. He won't say anything to me anymore ever since I found out.
Found out what?
Found out that he's not my real father.
Oh.
They had told me since I was little that he was my dad.
Oh.
And now
I could imagine as a parent how it would feel if the child suddenly became sort of preoccupied with another parent when you'd been the one that loved and raised the child. It would be offensive a little bit.
Yeah, I could see that.
And I hope you could contain it as a parent, but I can imagine he'd be hurt and maybe badly hurt, and give him an opportunity to tell you how hurt he is. Ask him. You tell him, confront him on his behavior, and ask him where it's coming from.
It's just a weird thing and a weird transition, and you're going to have a couple of shaky months in there, but I don't think it's going to be a deal breaker.
No,
the guy's halfway decent.
Right, I agree.
All right, we got to run to a break. I'm going to see if I can bend a spoon or start a watch using nothing but telepathy, and we'll be back. It is the best of Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew. And as per usual at this time of the show, we will be back in a minuscule 10 seconds. Listening to the best of Loveline, I'm Adam Carolla. That's Dr. Drew. We're at the MTV Music Awards this evening, so we're enjoying ourselves, I'm sure. Our next guest is a guy who's made a living out of enjoying himself. Actually, until someone shot him. Larry Flynt. Well, everyone, if you didn't know him already, I knew who Larry Flynt was because I am a purveyor of pornography. But some of you didn't know who he was until The People versus Larry Flynt. And you do not only Hustler. I mean, everyone knows you from Hustler. But you do many, many other publications. And what are some of those other publications that we might know?
We do Rap Pages, which is a hip-hop magazine. We do Rip. I do 3 different computer magazines, PC, laptop, video games, tips and tricks. We have boating magazines. Only out of the 21 titles I publish, only 6 of them are adult titles. The rest are mainstream publications.
Give me the adult titles, just because I'm the kind of guy who likes to, patronize the folks that are doing some good, and I will go out and get these titles.
Well, of course, we have Hustler, and then we have Rage, which is a new men's magazine, sort of for the grunge generation. And we have Chic and Barely Legal for the guys who like their girls young. And
I think Drew's a subscriber to that.
Busty, which is a fetish magazine for guys that like big boobs.
Okay.
And,
well, let's just stop at Busty for a second. I am a fan of the breasts. I'm a tremendous fan of the tremendous breasts. And I'm not going to get this opportunity again, so I'm just going to ask you flat out. Can I get some sort of discount subscription to this magazine?
You can get a free one.
Really? But I need it throughout the year. I don't,
That's all right.
Because my penis knows no bounds. I need one every month.
Just give me your address at the end of the show and you got it. Yeah.
Really? And I don't need it in a plain brown paper bag either. I want it in big, bold, busty print when it hits.
I have to tell you that Adam has received various gifts from various guests over the last year. I have never seen him shake with excitement.
Well, this is exciting to me because, porno ain't cheap. And, it's an expensive industry. And one of these issues on the newsstand is going to run you, $5, $6, $7 or $6.95 or something like that, right? Right, Larry?
Right.
Right. And you figure you got them by the balls, so to speak. What are they going to do? Go start their own magazine? They got to buy it. And if you're a fan of the bus like I am, you're between a rock and a hard place. But if I could get this subscription, that would be it. That would be it for me. If there was some publication made for napping, and I could get that subscription, then my life would be complete. But this will do. All right. So I'm going to hold you to it, Larry, and let me explain. I know you're a powerful man, but I too am a powerful man, and you don't want to cross me. Mm-hmm. You understand?
No. I'm going to catch hell if you don't get your subscription.
That's right. That's right. Because I will raise hell every night on this radio show until that thing hits my mailbox.
Okay.
All right. So we'll deal with that. Are you going to help us out with some of these calls?
Sure.
All right. Selena.
Hi, Larry.
Hi.
Okay. I've been going out with this guy for about a little over a month. And ever since the first day, he wanted to start kissing, and I'm kind of the shy type. And
you're 15, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And we have this dance coming up, and he's getting more impatient every day. And every day our friends keep saying, have you kissed him? Have you kissed him? And that, gets him even more impatient. And part of me wants to do it, and part of me doesn't, and I don't know what to do.
All right. Selena.
Yeah.
You can't really do things you don't feel comfortable with sexually.
Even if it's just kissing?
Well, all right. No, screw that. You should kiss. You're 15. It's time to kiss.
Maybe she doesn't like the guy.
Do you not like the guy?
No, I like him.
Are you embarrassed?
No.
What is it you're afraid of?
I don't know. I'm just, I guess, a little shy. I'm not sure.
Do you trust yourself? Are you afraid it might lead to something else?
No.
You're not scared of this guy. You're not scared that once you get the ball or the ball's rolling, it's never going to stop. He's just going to keep going.
But guys, it may not just be the physical intimacy that gets rolling. It may be the emotional intimacy, and that could be just as scary to a 15-year-old, right? If you really open up to this guy, and maybe the kissing really symbolizes that for her, she could get involved more than she is ready to.
All right. By the time Larry was 15, he had 5 stills and had sex with half a barnyard. He was well on his way to publishing Hustler by this time. But it's refreshing to hear the youngins who haven't yet got involved with this world.
I'd like to ask the caller, are you a virgin?
Yeah. Yes, I am.
Now, what do you think, Larry? Do you think young ladies ought to hold out until they're a little bit older, or do you think it matters? What's your stand on that?
We start becoming sexually aware at about the age of 13.
Mm-hmm.
She's 15 now. So this is a decision that you have to make, and no one else can make it for you. It's a big step, but I'm not saying it's wrong if you do it. It's just something that you should be comfortable with before you do.
All right, Selena, so we can't really tell you what to do and what not to do, but eventually you're going to have to do it, so I'm saying get it over with. That's my approach to sex. Get it over with so we can watch TV. You don't do any other... what is the last... I know I cut you off at Busty, but what is the last gentleman's publication that you put out?
Well, we have a publication, Barely Legal, where we only photograph models 18, 19 years old.
Right.
And some of them even look younger than that in print. So there seems to be that's one of the fastest growing magazines we've got, because there seems to be a great deal of interest from.
Now, do you think you're catering to pedophiles with a magazine like this?
No, I don't think so, because traditionally, dirty old men have always gotten turned on by young girls. When I think of a child, I'm thinking of pre-puberty.
Right.
You got 18, 19 years old. That's not a child. Nothing wrong with anybody having fantasies about someone of that age.
Well, it's kind of an age-old question, which is, are you, by providing pornography for this segment of society, are you somehow providing them with this and satisfying their needs, and is that keeping them out of the schoolyards, or are you creating more need and bringing them into the schoolyards? I don't know if anyone knows the answer to that.
Or is it 18, 19-year-olds that look at this stuff just because they can relate better to it?
Oh, really? No, I think it's the old guy thing. 18, 19-year-old like looking at 30-year-olds naked, and 30-year-olds like looking at 18, 19-year-olds. And I'll take any age as long as the busty part is there. Liz, 30, you're on Loveline.
Hi, Adam and Dr. Drew. I had a comment I wanted to make that I think you probably... I'm not going to change your mind about anything that you say, but I'm really tired of all the fat chick comments you make, like all the sort of slamming fat people. I mean, if nothing else, I guess the thing I wanted to say is, if nothing else, statistically, over half the country is quote-unquote overweight, so you can assume that at least half your callers are probably fat.
You're fat.
Oh,
Yeah.
Drew, please, let her finish. Go ahead, Liz. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, just so, I mean, if nothing else, I mean, it's like you assume people are thin until they maybe drop some sort of vague hint, and then you're like, oh God, that's gross. Like, the reason I'm calling is the comment you made with the Ice-T show to some guy who was being dumped on by a woman who was heavy, and you said, at least get dumped on by a model. Anybody can get dumped on by an ugly people. I mean, fat.
Right, ugly.
Well, no, actually, you're wrong about that. I mean, fat women are a preference, just like thin women.
I didn't say fat. I said ugly.
Yeah, but you were using the two interchangeably.
Well, let me explain something, Liz. In our society, we have sort of models of what we deem attractive.
That's right.
Unfortunately, for overweight people are not deemed attractive by most people in this society.
I'm fully aware of that. I'm fully aware that I just get tired of hearing
Liz, listen, if you listen to this show enough, you know that I champion the cause of the hefty more than almost anyone.
Oh, really?
I have said on many occasions that the largest, pardon the pun, segment of this society that's discriminated against is not...
The most severely used.
Most severely discriminated against is not necessarily black or Hispanic or an ethnicity or a religion, but it is a weight.
Yeah, you're right.
I think fat people are discriminated against more in this society than any other
I agree. It's like the last
ethnic group.
Prejudice.
Right, and I've said that 100 times, Liz.
Well, yeah, I'm sorry then, because I managed to have caught sort of all the offhand.
What happened is
it doesn't make me a chubby chaser, but I'm still putting that out there.
The deal is Adam sort of spreads his crap around.
Absolutely.
It lands on me. It's going to land on Larry tonight. It lands on fat people, thin people. Whatever.
I am like Van Gogh. All the world is my canvas, and I have a bucket full of crap and a big roller, and I just spread it all over the place.
And if he happens to strike on stuff that you're sensitive, that strikes a chord with you, it's easy to let him get under your skin. But understand, he spreads it around. I've listened to it, God knows now. How many hours a day?
All right.
Every day, 7 days a week.
Do you have any Husky magazines, Larry? Because there's something. Anything like that in the works?
There's one.
At one time in Hustler, I published a 300-pound centerfold. And she wasn't flabby. She was just
big.
Fat.
Okay.
And pretty.
Yeah. And a lot of guys are into that.
And I had hundreds of people cancel their subscriptions. And people write in saying, that's not what I pay for.
All right, so not all experiments turn out great. Liz.
Thanks for the chance to express myself.
Liz, it's quite all right. Listen,
sometimes there's only so much of the whole thing I can stand and appreciate.
Liz, listen, the worst place you can be in society, I think, is an overweight female.
Yeah, I know.
You can complain about being short, you can complain about being bald, you can complain about being Jewish or black, but I think being a heavy female, especially a young heavy female, imagine going through high school is a heavy female. That is like a curse. Very tough row to hoe. Absolutely. All right, so Liz.
Yeah.
Don't be bitter. There are plenty of guys who like big women.
Oh, I know. I'm not bitter. I'm just sort of fed up, I guess.
All right.
So thanks for the chance to talk.
All right, Liz. All right.
Later.
Well, turned her right around with my chunky chicks are discriminated against rhetoric. No, I absolutely believe that. I absolutely believe that. You look at it this way. Take a Fortune 500 company, and they're hiring a receptionist. Most of those companies would be less apt to hire an overweight woman than they would an Asian woman, a black woman, a Hispanic woman, or male, for that matter. All right, and I rest my case. Joe, 30, you're on Loveline with Larry Flint.
Yeah, I have a question for the doctor. I used to masturbate a lot when I was 16, and later on in life, like when I was 20, I had a girlfriend, and we went out for 5 years, and we tried to have a baby, and nothing produced. Is there any relationship between those two?
None.
On masturbating
None.
a lot?
Zero.
None?
Zero.
Huh.
It's a nice theory.
Yeah.
That's your...
I just got a low sperm count, or...
Yes, it's your best work was left on the shower floor, but it's not true.
First of all, sexual activity tends to promote more sexual activity. So the more you put out, the more your body's hurrying up to replace.
Right.
Secondly, what makes you think this has anything to do with you?
Well, I don't know. I believe
there are two people in this relationship.
Yeah, right. But we broke up after I was 27,
And
I had girlfriends,
and did she have
one night stands and before, and never got pregnant.
Well, you're very, very lucky, or some of these may have been pregnant. You just don't know about it.
Joe,
and you also got get an HIV test done while you're thinking about all this.
Joe.
Yeah.
Next time you're in, do you have a doctor?
Yeah.
Okay, the next time you're leaving, grab one of those little pamphlets at the front desk, like Your Sperm and You or something,
Or
and
safe sex
and bone
HIV.
up on this subject.
Go ahead,
There's
get
a
us-
30-year-old man who thinks he squeezed all the good juice from his lemon early in life, and now he can no longer. Come on, Drew. What is seed is no good.
That's
What
ridiculous.
the hell kind of? That's
Yeah.
what, Drew?
Precoculous.
Thank
he
you.
should get a sperm count, and he also has to practice safe sex and get an HIV in the meantime.
All right, Larry. Let's talk about you for a moment. Speaking of masturbation, it's been a long time. Am I right? Because of the shooting incident.
No, that's how my sex life is very good shape now.
Oh, it is?
For many years after the shooting, it wasn't, but I'm okay now.
Because of these new innovations?
Yeah, penile implant.
Oh, really?
Well, yeah, sure.
Really? I'd have a... did you get one of those?
Sure I did.
Drew wants to see the scar.
And it works fine. And
It does?
It stays up just as long as you want it to.
I got to get one of those.
So they've got them with the pumps on the tip, pumps that they put in the reservoir in the testicle. There's various different ways they can do it.
Where is your pump?
In my testicles.
Really? And you just squeeze it like, you know when the doctor checks your blood pressure and they do that little...
You don't have to squeeze it that many times. Twice and you're there.
Really? Now, if you don't like the girl, will you just give it half a squeeze? And how long has this been in place?
For 6 years.
No problems?
No problems at all.
Wow. And does it work? Is it as true an erection as it ever was?
Better.
Really? Wow, because you don't have to concentrate.
I would recommend to anyone that has any kind of impotency problem whatsoever to look into this.
Now, I don't want to get too personal, but does the scrotum, does it look the same?
Yeah.
Everything looks the same.
No one would ever know you even had it.
And how do you relieve the pressure then, once you put pressure in it?
Well, there's another little valve.
You fart and it goes down?
Reach down and you press, and then it goes down.
Where's the other valve?
It's in your testicles. They're both very close to each other.
Really? It's like I got the nutsack of James Bond. This is incredible. See, I'm so glad to hear this because I didn't know that you'd had this procedure done, and I thought, geez, this poor guy. This is his, this is his bread and his butter, and unable to use the bread and butter at the same time is a horrible fate. But now you got it, and it works better than ever. Oh, God bless you. God bless America, and God bless the scientific community. And when we come back, more Larry Flint, more Drew, and more you. You're listening to the best of Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew. Don't bother phoning in. Tonight, our guest is Sublime. When we left off, I was saying we're going to talk to Mark, who's 29, who has dreams of returning to kill his childhood molester. Mark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll never catch me.
What? What happened? How old were you?
It started when I was about 10.
Uh-huh.
Who was it?
Scoutmaster.
Oh, my God.
Let's kill him. Have you ever heard of a band called Sockeye?
No.
Wow. Was he somebody you knew prior to that in any way?
Yeah, I mean, he was a close friend. I mean, he was my brother's Scoutmaster, yeah.
See, I don't trust these guys who get too involved with children's lives who aren't their own children.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with donating a little time. There's nothing wrong with coaching a little league team or doing something like that. But when you donate your entire life, your entire life to hanging out with a group of kids wearing, shorts and bandanas around their necks and taking them out camping, of all places, this is dangerous.
Well, a lot of times it's the parent's kid that's in it too, so that's why they do it. But apparently not in yours.
So, Mark, how long did this go on?
For 5 years.
Really? And what? And I don't blame you, but what kept you, involved with it and coming back and all that?
Well, I mean, I grew up in a small town in Maine. I mean, you just didn't talk about things like that.
Yeah, but what kept you involved with the troop and all that?
Because my parents would ask too many questions if I just dropped out.
Well, why don't you tell your parents? Did you know it was wrong, or, I mean, how old were you when it happened?
10.
It started at 10.
So we went 10 to 15.
Yeah.
Were you getting enough attention at your family of origin's home? I mean, did you have...
What?
Were you getting enough sort of feedback from your family?
No.
What do you mean?
Sometimes kids around that age will do that sort of thing because they are so starved for attention.
What do you mean, do that sort of thing?
That they will be a good victim for that sort of thing and continue to go back because they actually feel gratified from it as a form of connecting.
Mark.
Yeah.
Where's this guy now?
He's back in my hometown.
And I'm sure he's done this to other kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, because this is a way of life. This is no hobby.
He got caught.
Oh, he did?
About 10 years ago.
Is he in jail?
So he's been released now?
Yeah, he got some pissant little...
Unbelievable.
He got like 5 years probation and like a year of work release.
Oh, my God.
This is absolutely pathetic. And here's the deal, too. You don't change by sitting in a cell for 5 years. As a matter of fact, whatever it is you wanted, whatever reason they put you in for, is you just want it more. You probably just think about it when you're in there.
He was in jail for 5 years. He was in jail for a year, and that was under work release.
Oh.
It just means he slept there. He went to work every day.
Oh, that is so
made money.
pathetic. And how many guys did he do this to?
That you know of?
That I know of?
Yeah.
I would say at least 10.
Oh. 10 people's lives permanently affected. And he gets a brief timeout. Right? He gets a timeout. Timeout, 5 years.
Right, he gets essentially a talking to.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's what's wrong with this country, and that's why I believe, my dreams...
Become a politician and help right this wrong.
No.
There's a lot of wrong laws that
yeah, right.
protect the bad people. Protect the bad people.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, some guy driving a VW van trying to get enough change together to fix the clutch because he's following the Grateful Dead, peddles a couple tabs of acid to some undercover agent.
And he's doing 25 to life.
He's doing 25 to life. Yeah, no leniency there.
Huh.
That is just pathetic. I wonder if it's different if guys do this to women. You know what I mean? I mean, here's what I'm saying.
Is the punishment worse, you mean?
Yeah, I mean, you know how our society is that let's just, and Mark, just stay with me for a second here.
Okay.
If there's some 10 or 12-year-old guy and his 18-year-old girlfriend gives him a ride, everyone looks at that as, it's no big deal. Nah, the guy got some. How bad could it be? If it's a 10 or 12-year-old girl and an 18-year-old male does it to her, then that's a travesty.
Yeah.
I mean, that's huge, right?
Yeah.
I wonder if this guy had been doing it to a brownie troop, if he wouldn't have gotten more time.
That's a good question.
All right,
I don't know.
It'll never be answered. Mark.
Yeah, because he messed with somebody else's wife.
Mark, listen. Here's the deal. What else can you do? You can't take the law into your own hands.
I think I should. I mean, I think a lot of people...
No, you can't.
No, I think if there were like 30 cases, that turn the...
Class action suit. This is what you're talking about.
No.
Like the movie.
I'm talking about going after them with sharp implements and actually killing.
Well, no, you can't do that, man. Suggest something off the record.
25 or 30 of us ought to do it, and then it would send a message out there, and it would say, you people, you need to get some help, and if you don't get help, and if you destroy another child's life, then this is what's going to happen.
You don't really want to send a message for something like that. Basically, what you want to do is like on the movie Pulp Fiction, hire a couple of pipe-hitting crack smokers with some pliers and blowtorches to go to work on them, right? All right. Well,
yeah, I mean...
do that under your hat. Don't go advertise it on national broadcast radio.
Mark, you're going to screw your own life up, though. And you know what? If you killed this guy, I don't really think you'd feel that much better.
Oh, I do.
I think you would for a month. But for some reason, it's not gonna fix what this guy did to you.
Oh, no, we'll never fix it.
And don't get me wrong. I think this guy should have been locked up for the rest of his life. But I'm just saying, you now are 29. You're not even 30. You have the rest of your life to go forward with. I know you're scarred, and I know this guy did you wrong, and I know he did these other guys wrong, but you can still move on and still have a good life.
Can't you try to do something somewhat more legitimate or at least legal in terms of
statute of limitations is
no in terms of attacking your cause of coming after child molesters, of really making that a focus? I think it's a wonderful, a huge benefit to society as a whole. While you're going out there and killing him, it will be a nice headline for the main papers, and will screw your life up forever, and rid our society of another.
I wouldn't convict Mark, by the way, if he did it. I was on a jerk.
I understand, but they probably would have to by the way they presented it.
I know, but it's so pathetic that this guy's out because he's going to get into this again.
But maybe not just 25 or 30 guys doing that, but maybe 25 or 30,000 people that he could rally and somehow work through the legislative process to really make laws that did in fact put these guys away forever. At least in California, this is starting to happen, right?
Yeah.
I mean, these guys are getting chemical castrations now.
Really?
Right?
Well, we were talking about that, yeah, but I don't know if that's been implemented.
I believe it's law now.
All right, so, explain chemical castration.
They take some shots that basically shut off their male hormones.
Right.
Shut off their sex organs.
Yeah, but I believe that there's more than just sexual arousal at hand here.
I understand, but there's a big price to be paid.
All right. And here's my take with this whole prison thing. I love the big boobs. Okay? That's my thing.
Big boobs? I love them too.
You do? All right, give me a little
Kazonkers.
I love now, Eric and Bud, both. Who would have guessed these two gents would enjoy the large breasts?
Al Bundy.
But here's the situation. If they put me in jail for a few years, the first thing I would look for when I got out would be the big boobs.
Oh, more Hooters.
Nobody could talk me out of the big boobs. I don't care how long I spent in jail. They could torture me. They'd keep me in solitary confinement. When I came out, I'd want more big boobs. So I'm guessing if a guy is into 10-year-old male ass, if you lock him up, he's going to come out looking for 10-year-old male ass.
Solution.
Because that is his thing.
Legalize prostitution. The guys can work for it. They can go get their gazonkas up. They don't have to rape girls. They don't have to beat people up to go do these things. They don't have to chop off their legs and keep them like boxing Helena. They can go and pay for it. Have it all legalized and have them go and check and test.
Bud for president.
No, I'm running for president, but Bud, I'm going to need a running mate. You're going to be that man. Sarah, 20, you're on Loveline.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
God, my question seems so minimal now. Here's the deal. I have heard several talks of how oral sex now transmits diseases much more frequently than having regular intercourse. And
much more frequently.
Yeah.
Which disease are you talking about?
Well, probably primarily AIDS.
No, not much more frequently.
Okay.
But it can transmit it.
More frequently?
No.
Not as easy.
In England, last I understood, they don't even consider oral sex a risk behavior. So there's debate about how much risk that is. I think you are most safe if you just take the position that any exchange of body fluid can result in transmission. And certainly any other sexually transmitted disease can be transmitted. I mean, all the sexually transmitted diseases can be transmitted through oral sex, all of them. But are they more commonly, more easily? No. But they are transmitted that way.
Okay. Well, even I've heard people say...
Hold on. Eric, you have something to add to that?
Keep up the good work.
Sarah?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Okay. Sometimes you gotta wonder.
Hey, they're in a band. What do you want?
Say no more. Just even brushing your teeth and the bristles of that causes tiny little cuts in your mouth. Right. Da-da-da-da-da. Need I go on?
Right.
So then... in intercourse, it's perfectly acceptable in this day and age to use a condom. But with oral sex, don't you think as men, if a woman proposed having a condom, they're going to assume that they're going to have intercourse? So then how do you avoid that whole problem if you are taking precautions for yourself? And obviously with oral sex, it's completely different.
Right.
With having a condom and versus not and all that. It really is.
Okay, all right.
Talk to their dentist first. See if they have gingivitis.
No, here's the situation. I've never had oral pleasure with a condom.
Regularly.
On. Have you guys? You ever had a blowjob with a condom on?
No, I've seen it in the movies how they put it on with their mouth and stuff, but I've never had the pleasure.
Well, no, see, exactly, that's my point. It's just so not acceptable, and yet I've heard at the same time that that you can get AIDS just as easily.
Well, it is. It's not that it's not acceptable. I mean, if you go to a hooker and you get a blowjob, you use a condom. That I know. No.
Well, you know that from experience.
Anytime you're having sex with somebody that you don't know, whenever you're having sex with someone you don't know, use a condom.
Right. In whatever capacity you have sex.
Yeah, it's going to feel good no matter what. Maybe it might not feel the best, but it's going to feel good. You're going to get your
feel like a glow in the dark one or something.
Yeah.
Right.
You get a little paint yourself up with some body paints like zebras and pretend like you're wild animals or something frolicking through the forest.
Again, Bud for vice president. Now, and let me say this too, ladies, and I'm hoping you guys will see the logic in this. Nothing truly feels better than a man's own hand. I mean, that's what you're used to. You can't do any better than that. But there's a whole psychological thing to the blowjob, to the intercourse, to whatever it is that you're doing. I mean, not only does it feel good physically, but there's a lot of psychology there, too. When you're getting a blowjob, your mindset is, hey, I'm getting a blowjob. This is great. And so the condom, although it may cut back a little on the feeling part of it, you're still getting a blowjob.
Grabbing that vagus nerve.
And you still have that you still can watch that. And if you're like me, you use a padded condom, so the penis looks that much bigger. And that was, but I'm sorry, Eric. Eric, you're a big guy. This is
really getting to feel rather familiar.
I think we should play the Pennywise thing. All right. After this, Loveline history with the Pennywise Chronicles.
Loveline on 92.1 KFMA.
You're listening to the best of Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew. And here be the Goo Goo Dolls. Regular guys from Buffalo.
Just regular.
And we're just talking about the building trades. John being a plumber, or at least an apprentice plumber.
Yeah.
And me being a carpenter. And John was saying that he went to trade school instead of high school.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, you learned all the high school stuff, too, but you took shop class for half of the day.
Was it a totally different school?
No, it was the same school, but the back end of the school was all the, like, machine shops and the plumbing shop and the carpenter shop and all that. And then you spent half the day there, and then the other half of the day you went and you took a math class and a history class and an English class.
Did you get put there, or did you request?
No, I wanted to go there. I wanted to go there because I don't know why. Because I was a stupid kid.
No, listen, it's smart. I was saying during the break, I don't think they have trade school out here. Not really anymore. I mean, no one, certainly I was a candidate for trade school, and everyone I went to high school with, my clique, was a candidate for trade school.
Right.
And out here, it was always this, work extra hard, take the SAT, and go to college. Mm-hmm. But the reality is most of these guys were dim-witted stoners. No effing way were they going to get anything on the SAT except for the, 500 points they gave you for putting the name on. Yeah, he drooled on a square. I think it's true. I got out of high school and started cleaning carpets. And I wish that someone, because, hey, if a lot of guys go to college for 4 years, they take art history or something.
Yeah.
They get out and they go to work for the school board or whatever, and they end up making about $8 an hour.
Right.
And hell, if you took plumbing for 4 years and you did a little apprenticeship.
$22.50 an hour for a journeyman plumber.
Oh, yeah. And then that's in Buffalo. Out here, it's probably another $10 or $12 an hour.
Yeah.
I mean, I worked with a drywaller who was from Buffalo when I was doing earthquake rehab out here, and I was like, how much were you making in Buffalo? And he was like, I had to pay them $1.50 an hour, and the foreman sodomized me during every break. And I was like, oh, man, that's rough.
He has a strong union, though. That carpenter's union, boy.
No, seriously, he was getting like $6 an hour, and out here he was making 15 or something like that.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people leave there to come to greener pastures, and it's a really great place to be from. And everybody's got a story, like Dr. Marcel was saying.
Right.
His dad grew up in Buffalo. It's the
Drew banged his first hooker in Buffalo.
Did he?
Watch his first man die there too, I believe. No, on the trade thing, because we have a lot of people that are at crossroads here. We have a lot of listeners, 14, 15, 16, a little confused. They've been pulling C's and D's their whole life, and happy to get those. And there's no shame in saying, listen, I'm not a scholar. I'm not made to go to college.
Right.
Hell, if you're having trouble getting out of high school, why go to college and confound yourself that much more?
And waste
waste everyone's time and money.
Right.
You learn a trade, you get certified, you do a little apprenticeship, and hell, by the time you're 22 and all your friends are graduating from college wondering which uncle's plant to go to work for, you're making $20-25 an hour.
Absolutely.
You got yourself a little savings plan and a little medical and dental, and there's nothing wrong with that.
And, in a lot of circumstances, you have a union to back you up, to a certain...
I totally agree. If I wasn't such a comedic genius, I would still be doing carpentry today.
There you go.
I'm glad I said that.
But it's a good thing.
It's a good
totally
thing. Agree.
Building things. I'll tell you, I rebuilt my sister's bathroom after we finished the last record because I was having separation anxiety from working 16 hours a day doing a record. So I redid my sister's bathroom, just gutted it, put all new plumbing in it, redid all the walls and the whole thing. And I was so much more satisfied when I saw that done,
right,
than when I heard the record.
There is a.
I really was.
I'd rather do a record than plumb a bathroom. But,
well, no, but I wanted to do it.
But there's something. There's something very tangible.
Absolutely.
About doing something with your hands.
I'm still proud of myself when I go to her bathroom.
Me too, but I don't want you to hit me. John.
Yes.
You're 35.
35.
You want to know how often to drain the trap. Speaking of plumbing.
Maybe, sort of, something like that. Just good evening to all of you who are on that show, Dr. Marcel. Can I start with him first?
Go ahead.
Hey, I stubbed my toe not too long ago, and I lost a toenail, and it's coming back, and it's growing like it's never grown before. Like, really weird.
That's not
What
unusual.
does that mean?
It isn't?
Yeah, he damaged the nail bed. And often the nail will grow back odd. It might grow back odd just for the first part of the time, and then eventually it'll start to look normal.
So it's like hyper growth because it was removed somehow?
Well,
No, it's not growing
It's like growing up instead of...
It's thicker, it's growing a little wrong. It's growing off the bed.
All right, what do you want, John?
Okay. Well, the second thing I was going to ask him was...
No, ask Adam.
That's enough with Marcel.
Well, I know, I just had one more question of him, though.
All right.
When a woman has a breast enlargement, does she lose the sensation in her nipple?
A percentage do. About 10 to 20%.
So if I'm going to talk my wife into having that done...
Don't talk her into anything.
80% of them don't have that loss of sensation?
Don't talk her into it. She's got to do it for herself. I mean, no woman should ever get a breast enlargement for anybody but herself.
Right, but ultimately it's for everyone to enjoy. I mean, women get it because society says we like women with bigger jugs, so ultimately it's for other people.
That may be, but if they're not going to be doing it for their own self-esteem, they're not going to be happy with it. They're going to have a lot of problems.
Do all women lose some marginal percentage of sensation? No. Or is there any way to measure that anyway? And who gets to do that? I would like to be the orator of that. Is there...
That's determined in the
Can I be the nipple
visits.
tester? All right, close your eyes. One hand or two hands. And then I mean, I would really love to be involved with that process.
Well, we can talk.
Okay.
Okay, my original question, not really how much was, draining the vein was, okay or not, but, I mean, am I the only 55-year-old who does still?
I'm 33.
You're 33?
Yes. And I'm still on a fever pace. I'm still on the pace I set in the 11th grade when I was homesick one day. And they ran a Charlie's Angels marathon on the local station. So I can...
You're single, right, Adam?
Yeah, so
that's normal for you. You're single.
Right.
I'm married.
All right, well, how often do you get laid?
Well, not as much as it was when we first were married.
Sure.
But, I mean, and now we have 10 kids, and we work jobs.
Wait a minute, you don't have 10 kids?
No, I don't have 10 kids.
But how often do you get laid?
Once a week.
Okay, so that leaves 6 days open.
Yeah.
All right. That's fine. And listen, it's not a substitute. I don't know what your guys' take on this is, but a lot of women think, well, the guy's masturbating. I'm really offended because I must not be doing my job sexually, or he's unsatisfied in some way. It is kind of a separate issue.
Yeah, it is.
It is the same urethra, same sperm, different issue. I mean, same result, different motivation.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Absolutely.
I mean,
Absolutely.
This is something that you hold sacred from a very early age.
It's quality time with yourself.
Right.
It's like meditating.
Right, and there's no... It's like your dog or something.
But it's also like...
It's like you don't kill the dog because you get married.
Right. And it's also sometimes...
It joins the family.
Yeah, right. It's just another added dimension.
Right.
It's And if God didn't want us to do it, he wouldn't have made our arms long enough to reach it.
That's right. Or he would have made my penis a little longer so that Oh, no, that would just be sick, though. Yeah. All right, I was just thinking about that. I was going to ask a gross philosophical question about having a long penis and God, but it's a long story. And I want to play Lazy Eye because we're behind anyway. Engineer Mike, is that queued up? Can we go? Yes, off the Batman soundtrack, the Goo Goo Dolls, Lazy Eye. Lazy Eye from the Goo Goo Dolls off the Batman soundtrack. Hey, I like that song.
Cool.
Yeah, it's real good. I saw it on the K-Rock playlist too, so that's a good sign. You know,
that's cool.
Again. Oh, yes. You know where your bread is buttered. We got to take a little break, and we'll be back with more Loveline right after this. Well, I'll tell you, Drew, I don't want to sound like a fool of myself, but I think that's the best show we've ever done.
It's quality.
Certainly, and you can't put a price on that kind of quality. So before we go, I want to give some thanks to those who deserve it. The fabulous phone screener Lisa, phone screener Sherry for doing a wonderful job, the Angular One producer Ann, as always, for putting her feminine stink all over the show, and engineer Mike, whose hair is growing back quite nicely, by the way, for working his magic behind the console. So, until next time, this is Ace Rockola for Dr. Drew saying mahalo.
This has been Loveline. The opinions expressed herein are not necessarily those of the staff or management or producers or directors or the advertising or anyone, but they might be Bob's.
I'm Bob, and they're mine.
The producer of Loveline is Ann Wilkins. Loveline is a presentation of Westwood One Entertainment.
Grr, arg. We now return you to your highly tested, regularly scheduled programming. Bye.